trivia time again. We need to get a trivia-specific theme music.
I can make something like that up,
We
no
need
problem.
we need to do that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something a little Jeopardy-like, but we need a little bit of pizzazz in there, like the Price is Right stuff, you know?
Well, we
Yeah,
know
no.
a guy with a guitar.
That's true.
We
That's
do know a
true.
man with a guitar. That's a very
I
true
need to
story.
get a set of
Look at-
drums.
How many guitars you got back there?
3 right there.
When I first started this whole thing, I was like, oh, I'm going to write all the music for my videos. My wife was like, you're an idiot. There's no way you have time to do all of that. Filming, like recording, don't be silly. And the first couple I actually did. And then I was like, no.
Did you get surprised at how much effort it is to edit videos and all that shit?
Yeah. It's, yeah.
I was taken back a little bit. I was like, fuck. I was like, there's a lot more work to this than I had expected or anticipated to do.
Especially when you're
Yeah.
learning off of other YouTube videos, like you're YouTubing how to edit on Premiere Pro.
Yeah, exactly, right. And I wouldn't consider myself what you would call tech savvy by any means. Like I can get by, but I'm not like
Yeah. And
I
then
don't know shortcuts or
Then after
Hot.
the first few, I've figured out about color correcting things. I was like, oh, wow, this looks much better.
well good
And I'm
because
like
now
a
I'm gonna have to pick
Cro-Magnon
your brain
man
on
when
that.
it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to I got
Yeah,
lots of questions for you on that.
It's, I love doing it when I know that I have all the shots that I want, but it is time consuming and you're stuck in doing it away from everybody for a long time.
Yeah,
So,
no
yeah.
doubt. So
Speak.
for this episode, we've got Dave playing, Peyton, myself, and Gary, and Josh will be hosting. He'll be asking the questions, and we will try to get them half right. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think the minimum score is going to be today? Like, where do you see us falling?
I think we'll do better on this one than any other one. Say that.
Okay,
Nice.
all right.
I like it.
Oh, and before we start, I do have to throw out a little apology to all the listeners because on the chest pack review video, I had absolute terrible mic management and bumped into the thing about 8,000 times. So sorry for all the dings and dongs and
There's a lot of
just terrible mic management. Yeah.
going on. So with that, we'll let Josh take it away because he's the host this episode.
Roll out, son.
All right. Well, we got 11 questions, 10 with a tiebreaker, but we'll probably do the tiebreaker anyway, just for fun.
Of
It's
course.
all right. Everybody have paper and something to write with?
Sure do.
Yep.
All right.
Good to go.
Ready.
Okay, question number 1. Which bow company out of the following list was founded first?
Ooh.
PSE, Matthews, or Bear?
I know this one.
I
remember it was talked about on an episode.
I know,
not
and
on
I'm
a trivia episode, but we did talk about it on an
and I'm
episode.
stuck between two companies because I know it's not two of them, but the other two are very close to one another. And I'm gonna go with my gut, even though I think it might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Now, this is just the company itself. This isn't specific to like recurve or compound.
Oh, when did the company open its doors?
Okay.
Okay, I've got my answer. You let me know when the boys are.
All right.
I am ready, Freddy.
You get to call it, Josh. You're the boss.
Yes,
I got
sir.
Hoyt.
I
chose
said Bear. Yeah.
So we got two Hoyts
And
and
I
two
know
Bears.
it's Hoyt too.
The answer is Hoyt. They were 1931. PSE was 1970. Matthews was 1992, and Bear was 1933. So it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Matthews is
remember it
the
was
youngest.
very close, but
Sweet.
All right.
starting off with a bang. I never
Yeah.
start with a point on the first one.
Well,
This is a good sign.
The first two might feel like gimmies, but
I
I'll
like how
take
you
'em.
stuck with tradition and made the first one multiple choice.
I gotta
Yeah.
Warm up to it.
That's right. Now I was gonna word this one a couple different ways. I'll do it the way that it is here, and then I'll tell you the other way I was gonna do it. What is the name of the company who recently acquired PSC Archery?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Josh,
Yeah.
you will have to excuse my spelling,
Oh, that's okay.
but I do have an answer.
I think I got it.
Damn it. I remember we talked about this a lot.
Yes,
You
I
don't
know,
remember who
right?
bought PSE?
I remember
Nope.
the episode where you guys talked about it and you looked up the website and you
Yep.
just absolutely trashed it.
I did.
It was
yeah.
terrible.
Because there's
The
nothing on
website
it.
was horrible.
There's
Yeah.
like
And it was
one
like
picture.
1999.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Man, I'm so yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right?
Because I
Ready?
even remember we talked about that, and then we talked
I'm
about
good.
who actually owned that. Like,
Yeah.
There you go, Josh. Heritage Outdoor Group.
Yes,
Heritage
sir.
Outdoor Group.
Shit.
Well, you
boy.
guys- Dave, did you get it too?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, my first
Right.
one, I put the outdoor group, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's because we were just talking about.
I
Obviously,
knew it was outdoor group, but I couldn't
Mhm.
remember for the life of me what the first word was.
Nice.
Good
Oh,
questions so far.
I thought that might be a little too easy. I was going to say, what month did they acquire the company?
No, that would have got me.
Ooh, that would have been
wow.
tough.
Does anybody know
Although
that?
was it
I was thinking like
was
May.
it last
It was this year.
February? Was it
It was
February?
this year, yeah. I think it might have been February, yeah.
I think
February
May.
or March?
It was February.
February, yeah.
Fucking bonus point. No. I wish.
I was going to say, should we make it a bonus? Ah,
Who's got the dryer running?
Sorry, one sec.
I could
I
see
knew
him
I
like
fucking heard that. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like a dryer.
I could see him looking over. He's like, God damn, there's something running over there. You know what's funny is I didn't get the chance to hit his echo cancellation either. So we're gonna get a little bit back in from there.
That's all right.
But that's all right. It's not a big deal.
That's entertaining.
All right, that was good.
So the next one we'll do closest to without going over.
Okay.
Okay, Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Otherwise, it's anyway. Okay, what is the antler score of the largest mule deer ever shot in Canada?
Was it archery or is it in?
I was looking for the archery one. I couldn't find it. This is just the overall number one score ever shot. And you'll be surprised of the date when it happened.
I still don't know how scoring works. Are
dates.
you looking for the inches number, or is there an actual score number?
Like the score, like if you're
In
doing
inches.
like 203/8 or whatever, like that score.
Okay, like the inches. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
On a mule deer.
On a mule deer.
Oh, I think
So, just as a tip, a large whitetail would be 200 or more. So
2 step.
Yeah. And
Bro, I think
muleys are bigger.
I
Boy,
think
this
I've
is a tough
got
one.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna bid $1. No. Okay. I got an answer, but I don't think
As do I.
I don't think I'm close.
Yeah.
Hey, you good?
287 inches and 5/8.
Not today,
I got
Gary.
240 inches.
I'm going 351.
Oh, Jesus.
51.
Okay, I went pretty
And a
easy. I
half.
said 185.
85. Okay, the winner is Dave. The answer
wow.
is 355 and 2/8.
Holy cow.
I knew it was like 3 something.
If you
That's
Google this picture,
insane.
it looks like a tree sticking out of this thing. Like it just goes off in every direction.
That's a brute, dude.
So this
Whoa.
was harvested by a guy named Ed Broder from Alberta in 1926.
1926. How did I say that?
You say 1926? Yeah.
I totally just said 1926 and we got it on fucking tape.
We do have
Awesome.
that.
That's funny.
So that was a non-typical. The typical was 201 3/4.
201. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Real. Wow. That's a big
355.
boy.
That's a giant deer.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Giant deer.
Way to go, Dave.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Well done.
I knew it was 3 something, so I actually guessed the 50 part.
All right. Question number 4. From 1984 to 1987, approximately how many wild turkeys were released in Ontario to reestablish the province's turkey population and allow hunting? So this is going to be multiple choice. Is it A 1,500, B 2,900, C 4,400, or D 6,800?
All right. I have what I believe is the correct answer.
I believe I also have the correct answer.
I believe I have the right answer.
Everybody's like,
I definitely
got
have
it. Josh is the only one that has the correct answer.
Look at all these
Everybody
fancy
ready?
ones on screen.
I'm good to go.
Hey, you good?
I got
2,900. B.
I put 44.
I said C.
Yes, sir.
See?
My
So
guy right
Dave-
there.
Dave and Peyton are right. 44.
Nice. Woo!
4,400 they released?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a typical number for them to release.
Oh yeah?
They've done it a couple times.
I wish they'd do something to boost the elk population.
Well, that's coming up. Don't
Is it
stand
re-
up.
Oh.
I don't
Hey.
think it mattered though because they didn't really do anything.
Is it Roosevelt elk that's in Ontario, or is it like what
No, I don't
I
subspecies?
think it's
of
just
elk?
the woodland elk. Or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
No, because there's only 3 species or 4 species there. There's woodland,
Rocky Mountain.
or not woodland. Sorry, there's Rocky Mountain elk. There's Roosevelt elk. There's one that starts with a T. It's real weird. And then there's another one, but it's none of them are called woodland elk. It's like a strange name on it. Oh, we lost Josh's camera.
I still
got
got
him.
him.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's
just
me then.
you.
There you go. Beauty.
I think it's Rocky Mountain. I think they might have been. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I think they might have been like brought from, I don't know, BC
From
or
Alberta or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, who's Googling?
I
That's
am.
Peyton, huh?
Me too.
Cheating.
Putting it in the Google. All right.
let's go.
Number 5.
Numero bank.
In the year 2000, what province was the first to discover chronic wasting disease?
Which province?
Which province
Was the
Was
first to discover chronic wasting disease in deer?
Boy, that's a tough one.
You said in deer, right?
Yeah.
It's antlered animals, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody got serious thinking faces on.
Well, it's a tough one, right? Because
Well, there's a few choices. There's like 10 of them.
yeah, I know. But there's very specific ones that border very specific places
Yes,
that I know have
exactly.
a very big issue with CWD.
And some don't have deer. And
Yes. So I'm gonna say, all right, I'm good. I just put the acronym for it, but
everybody ready?
I
Yep.
went Alberta.
Yeah.
I got Manitoba.
I got Quebec.
Quebec.
Oh, you're all wrong.
Ooh, really?
That's fun.
Oh,
Saskatchewan.
that was my first choice.
I thought about Saskatchewan, and then I went,
And
I thought
yeah.
I really
Pennsylvania
wanna go
and what, Saskatchewan?
I only drove through the highway. That was it. but man, like there are so many different climates and ecosystems there. Like I would love to spend like a month just touring around.
There's some sweet hunting in Saskatchewan too, man.
Yeah.
Enormous out there.
Oh, they're giants, dude. Giants. Well, that's where Matt goes to hunt those muleys that he shoots. He shot that 197-inch mule deer, man.
Yeah.
Like in velvet.
Ain't no 355.
Yeah, you hear that, Matt? It ain't no 355. So get to work, man.
That guy that shot that huge mule deer, apparently I think he was moose hunting. And he saw the deer tracks and followed the deer for like a day and a half and then found it and was like, oh, yes.
Wow.
That's the most rewarding tracking ever of an animal. He just like tracked that deer and he went, holy shit. Thank God I went after that fucker. Damn.
Honestly,
even moose.
Even for Matt's, like when you would see that, like I don't even know what my reaction would be when you see something that big.
Oh, dude, that's such a...
You know what I mean? And he had so much composure and then recorded it and the shot and he went through his process. It looked perfect.
Bro, and he shot a bet like at 62 yards, man.
Yeah, like it wasn't a thing at all.
62 yards is a bomb.
It's a shot.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was that far of a shot.
Yeah, I asked him. I was like, man, how far are we? He was like, he's like 62 or 63 yards. I was like, shit.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Handsome.
That dude can shoot a bow, man.
Nice.
Yeah. He's good. He's not quite as good as you, Mr. Payton, but he's pretty fucking good. I have to say, I watched him shoot at that Porcupine Hollow and
nice.
And he shot unknown.
Yeah.
Oh, really impressive.
He's a wild man. Yeah, he's a wild man.
That's not for me.
I try to do all the judging when I'm out there, but I still would not go and do that. I don't.
No, that's not for me.
They got like a donut athlete class that I can join. Like
I don't know, man. It's like I thought about it once, and then I was like, I went to judge the distance on something at work one day, and I was like, that's probably like 20 feet. It was like 42 feet or something like that. I was like, I was way off. I was like, what's wrong with me, man? Like
I work with a lot of lumber, so I can do the short distances, no sweat.
Yeah. Fuck. It's too funny, man.
Oh god.
What question are we on?
Number 6 next.
6? What's you got a score update for us?
Yeah, so CJ's got 2, Gary has 1, Dave has 3, and Peyton has 2.
Dave.
Back in the game.
You're in the lead, bro. I'm coming after you though.
Yeah, someone has to.
Someone has to.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, fuck.
Throwing shade all over the place.
He got luscious locks, right? You can't let him off the hook, right?
Oh, you guys have got some fancy mugs behind the scene. I've seen them. CJ, you got fucking nice little checkered one. Fucking Josh has got a nice little red one too.
Yep.
What does that say? Tis the season.
Tis the season. That boy.
It's just a can.
I seen another one. Oh, there's another red. What the fuck?
Red's my favorite color.
I got like a little deer on it and everything. Look, that's like showing appreciation. You know what I'm saying? There we go. I like to shoot one like that with a rack like that.
It'd be all right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on that fucker.
Bring the mug out. We'll shoot her.
It's just how it's at. We'll make a video. Like I shot a 12-point buck.
We'll have to line up mugs with deer on them and shoot
something.
Absolutely. Dude, I got that camera that I got in that that spot where I shot that doe, man. That thing is lit up every day, every morning, every evening, but it's always does. There's never that one buck cruises through there once every 2 weeks. Yeah. It's like he's got to watch. He goes, it's Tuesday, man. Perhaps I'll pass by this idiot's camera now and see if he'll stand here for a week to try to get me. Well, I'm over here.
Yeah, the one camera I have out right now, it went. I think it went through 100 shots in whatever, like 9 days.
Yeah.
So I've got tons of does going through, like all times of the night. My damn phone's going off right now, and no bucks.
It has been a difficult year for bucks.
Yeah.
From what I can tell. Even like you were saying, Josh, you were having a hard time locating.
Yep.
Me and Dave have had,
Honestly, I think at this point I'd be as well just driving my car around until I see one and hope I hit it.
Just hit it, yeah. Just like,
I'm gonna just run
put
this
a
bitch
stick
over.
of
I got
arrow
a
in it,
tag.
take some photos.
Yeah, I was
Not
driving home
even.
from work.
I'll just post it to the front of the car, like fucking headlights on.
I was driving home from work and I was going down this 2-lane highway, and this guy in front of me had this massive truck, like just ridiculously huge, dually, massive front, like ram bar thing on the front of it. And I just looked
Big
at it like,
bulldozer.
that's a little excessive, right? And we're going down the road, and all of a sudden, this buck runs out, he smokes it, doesn't even slow down or stop, just kept barreling through, and the deer was like spinning like this. All I saw was like antlers doing a complete spin in the air, lands on the ground, slides across, goes in the ditch on the other side of the road, and the guy was just didn't even
didn't even tap
go
the
get
brake, eh? Just
if that was me, I'd be dead.
yeah.
There's a lot of free meat, man.
There's a lot of free. Well, it's probably not in good shape.
Tenderized.
Yeah, no kidding, bro. I watched a transport truck hit a moose one time.
Ooh, that's rough.
It didn't at like 120 kilometers an hour.
That's rough.
It was
both
over for that moose, bro.
Yeah, that truck was hurting too, though.
That moose spun and went down the side of the trailer and left a streak, like just mangled him.
Ooh, who got the big doggy?
Not good, dude. It was hilarious. Peyton, have you seen any bucks, man?
The cameras that I have out on the farm, there's 2 really young bucks, and then there's that one wonky looking buck that I posted in the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see him after like a heavy rainfall at night, and that's it.
He's just nocturnal, eh?
Yeah.
Just not.
He was coming out. I got a few pictures of him in daylight when the corn was still up.
Yep.
But since the corn's been down, I haven't seen him at all.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Bro, it's
so
a struggle.
It's like one of the spots I go up to every year is private land. It's like 300 acres, and we always get lots of pictures right leading up to when we get there. And then it's like crickets. They're only coming out at night. They're coming out like we're never there when they're there. It's like,
It's like our bear hunting experience. They're hitting the barrels until like 4 days after we leave or a week before we get there, but never when we're there.
Remember we left that the 1 week in the spring, and then they stayed there for like 6 days straight the day we left.
Yeah. And they just hung out and ate all the bait and had a grand old time, and that was it.
Dicks.
Never saw them first or last after that.
We ain't playing that game this year. Never again.
Nope. We'll get them.
Never again.
All in due time,
you guys, is anyone going out for spring bear next year?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get there. Yeah. I think my plan is next year. I don't hold me to it because I change my mind like I change socks, but I think I might just do spring turkey and bear, and I might not do fall bear.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I might just do fall turkey and whitetail.
Mm-hmm.
And go from there, just because it's a lot. Like bear's a lot of work, right? So if we're gonna do it, we almost got to put in like a great deal of effort.
Yeah,
because you can't hunt bear down here. There are none, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a trek every time, right? It's
a trek, right? Like we gotta, and at least in the spring, like, well, I guess the fall bear, there's no snow either or anything like that, so I guess it doesn't really matter in that regard. But I don't know. I think. Once whitetail season is so close like that, like your focus almost needs to shift to get after them. Like my plan is to get access to a lot more private land next year. Like I'm just gonna knock on doors and get chased by dogs again, and try not to get eaten. Fuck off, man! I got chased by like 3 dogs, man. I was like, one dog wouldn't even let me have the truck, bro. I was like, fuck this dog.
Same place or
I got bit by that
different places?
All different places.
I got bit by that big dog at the that one side of the swamp there. You know that? You? Yeah, that big bugger came up and bit the back of my boot. And he's not a small dog. Let's be real. Like
no.
he's.
I
was not pumped about it.
Donnie Vincent was on a podcast, and he said what he used to do is he would write a letter and put it in mailboxes with his phone number.
That's what I did.
You're not at the house. You're not in their face. Yeah. They're not pressured to answer you. They may call you. They may not. But at least it's.
So after I got chased by those 3 dogs, that's exactly what I did. I typed up a letter. I printed off like 80 copies. I put them in the truck, and every time I passed a spot that looked like it was promising, I would throw it in their mailbox. I did get 4 phone calls out of like the 30 letters I put out. All of them were no's, but they were all like, they took the time to call me and say, hey, we appreciate you not knocking on our door at dinner time at like 5 and 6 o'clock, interrupting our family dinner.
Right.
Unfortunately, we don't allow hunting on our land or whatever, or it was full, like they already had guys that they had promised it to. But I did get some positive reinforcement with the letter, so I think I'm going to stick with that route.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, let's face it, I don't want fucking strangers knocking on my door either. When I think about it,
No,
Yeah.
me neither.
you know what I mean?
No,
I don't
I'm
like
too
people I
grumpy
know
for that.
knocking on my door. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even like people I know.
It's so hard because you don't want to get it. You want to get an opportunity, but you don't want to get onto a piece of property that's got 4 other people with the same permission as you, and then you either have to, unless you're friends with them, but then you're trying to connect with them, or you show up and they're there, or it's the same thing with going on public. Like I went to a crown land spot near my house. There's only a couple that I can do around close to my house, and I parked like way back at the head of the trail where the parking lot is, and I walk in, and there's these 2 guys that have driven all the way in and parked where I wanted to go, and I was like,
That's what Matt said. He was
go this way, right? And it's just frustrating. Like I get it, we're all sharing it stuff, but some people
Matt said the week before whitetail, he was the week before rifle season, he was in the saddle, and this fella comes in like 2 days before rifle, and he's just dumping corn. Matt's like in the tree watching him, and he's just like, "Fuck, what the fuck is going on here?" But he didn't see him first or last, just motoring through, just dropping bags of corn. Matt's like, "Well, I mean, if he comes in the next 2 days before rifle, he's like, I guess I'm hunting over bait right now." But I mean, like,
thanks for helping me out.
Yeah, thanks for the help out, but you scared him off, like ruined that hunt for that day for him, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no. And apparently some guy with his dog was just rolling through one time too. I can't remember who told me that. It might have been Matt as well. It's just rolling through, walking their dog. Matt stood in the tree. Not good.
The stuff you see in the woods, man.
Oh, it's crazy. Question 7? Are we on 7?
6.
On 6 now.
6? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so how many wild elk did Ontario release between 1998 and 2001 to reestablish the population? So multiple choice.
Yep.
A, 443. B, 587. C, 650. Or D, 1,080.
That's a tough question.
And we still only have like what, 1,000?
Yeah, I think we're under. I think it's like 9 something. Yeah, the population's like 900 and something or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm wrong, but
me too.
Y'all ready to go?
Everybody ready?
Yep, I'm good.
I put
D.
A.
B.
B.
I put A.
Dave is right. It's A, 440.
Come on, let's go on that.
Dave's
See that magic
away.
score number?
Dave's on point. Did you guys call each other before this episode?
Don't
like,
worry
Dave,
about
don't
that.
worry, bro. I got you. I got some answers for you. It's just emails.
Don't get them all right.
Yeah, don't get them all. Get one or two wrong.
Fail the first one.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Ready to
go? Next one is number 7. Okay. Don't feel bad if you get this wrong. Newfoundland caribou populations were once believed to be high in the early 1900s. Caribou herds rapidly declined shortly thereafter and nearly became extinct. Hunting was prohibited for a period of 10 years. What year did the caribou hunt resume? So early 1900s,
Yikes.
it was high, and then it tanked, and then they shut down for 10 years. When did it open back up again?
Well, I'm
Can you
just
repeat the
trying to.
question one more time?
Newfoundland caribou populations were once believed to be high in the early 1900s. Caribou herds rapidly declined shortly thereafter and nearly became extinct. Hunting was prohibited for a period of 10 years. What year did the caribou hunt resume?
Man, that is a tough one because we banned it a couple times,
Right.
but not for 10-year periods. It was
Are we
shorter than
going
that.
closest? Are we going closest too?
No, I think we're
Yeah.
looking for a specific year, right?
Specific number, yeah.
It is a specific year, but if it's
Okay.
I don't know, it might be easier just to do closest to.
No,
It's
I'm
kinda-
I'm okay with specific year.
All right.
If we
all
all
right,
get
yeah.
it wrong, we all get it wrong. Nice.
Things are allowed to be tough.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think back to like stories of the old man going caribou hunting and stuff.
Yeah, because this would have been before our time.
Oh, way before our time.
Yeah, way before our time.
Way.
Fuck me, man.
Thanks for that, boys.
Something tells me
We're talking
All
about
right.
the 80s, right?
I got to answer.
way before me. That is me.
Yeah, you got Gary's old as fuck, boys. You gotta
I'm
remember
not
that
the
he's
oldest
almost
one on
40.
here, bitch.
You're
No.
not?
No,
Who is?
Josh.
Josh, how old are you, bro?
43. Well, I'll be
Fuck
43
off.
in March.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just turned 40, so
Mhm.
Oh.
Jesus, 40, eh?
you're
Yeah,
all
it
in
was like 4 days ago he turned 40.
Oh,
Oh, when's the party?
last Saturday or something.
yeah. I did wish you a happy birthday, but I didn't know it was 40.
Yeah. It's almost sad. It's like
it was just Saturday.
that's like halfway to death now at this point.
Oh, bro.
Well, listen, man.
Probably a
I've always
three-quarter.
said 40 is midlife. I never understood when they're like, oh, 50 is midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody actually hits 100.
Bro, if you make
True.
it past
Right.
80, I'll be staggered.
That's what I mean. If I gets to 80, that's like good enough. Throw me out on the ice pan.
Bro, I can't wait to see the glasses he wears at 80.
Oh, bro,
Like,
I don't mean it in a mean way. Like, I love you to death. I hope you don't die, but like, I don't see you getting past 80, old blue.
Probably not.
You know what I mean? I don't listen. I feel like 67
blue.
or 67 is going to be the end of it for me. You know what I mean? So like,
My whole spine will be fused by then. And...
yeah, fuck it, right? Fuck it. Okay, I got to answer, but it's wrong.
All right, what is it?
1957.
Who put
I
what?
said 1955.
I put 1947.
Oh,
Close.
we're all really close to each other, actually.
It's
What is it?
1935.
Oh, jeez.
I was Dave's the closest, but we all went over.
What was it?
So we
Something
said we were
happened.
playing closest, right?
No,
No.
we were looking for
Oh,
direct.
I know.
Trying to sneak in another point there.
Was it the 40s they brought moose into New? No, it was earlier than that. It was like the early
Oh,
1900s.
yeah, it was
they
earlier
introduced
than
moose,
that.
like 1909 or something like that.
If not earlier.
Which is kind of a crazy thing to think about, in the fact that there was no moose on the island, and then they introduced them, and
Oh,
they
great success
fucking
story.
flourished, man.
Great success story as
They
far
just
as
like-
Yeah,
as
that was a nice
predators?
choice of
The
word.
moose?
Yeah, so
well, no, the
they're not
thing is the
indigenous to Newfoundland.
terrain. No, the terrain is identical to go like Alaska, Yukon, all of that kind of stuff,
yeah,
right?
it's not that much different.
So the only problem was Newfoundland's an island.
Just can't get to it.
So
No, no.
once you bring them on, it's just like a Yukon moose, same terrain, same everything. It's just
Yeah. Minus the wolves, because we killed them all.
yes,
where
yeah.
predators would they have?
None.
Coyotes, but
There's bears though, right?
yeah, we've
Black
got
bear.
black bears, but they're opportunistic, right? Like they don't really
Yeah.
fuck with the moose that much. I mean, they
The
might
black
get a
bears back
stray
home
calf or
are
something. You know what I mean? But
Real scavengers, like
yeah. But coyotes would have been. I mean, wolves would have been a problem at first when they first introduced them, because they weren't killed off by then.
yeah, but, we
But shortly
slaughtered the
after,
wolves.
we killed off every moose on the or every wolf on the island. So the only other predator was like coyotes and like lynx, but lynx would
And
never fuck with a moose.
they're not taking big enough numbers.
No. So
no
like to go from like, and I don't think they introduced that many. It was only like a couple hundred or something like that, and now there's 280,000. And a lot. Yeah, there's 280,000 moose on the island. That's the estimated population.
How many people?
500,000, and that's the whole province. That includes Labrador. The
Yeah.
island actually only has like 380,000 or something, 400,000.
Plus Donnie Dumphy.
Plus Donnie Dumphy, who
Having
accounts
a
for 5
time.
people in himself, having a
He's
time.
having a time for sure.
A lot of people don't know though. There's actually 2 different species of moose that they brought in. One was the New Brunswick moose, and then the other one was from Maine. The other herd of moose that they brought in. So we actually have 2 separate. I mean, they've blended now, but we do have 2 different species of moose on the island. That's why you get some of those. But we talked about this on another podcast. But that's why you get some of those big giant bulls that are like jet black, and they're thick.
That's the New Brunswick moose.
Bulky. So they're the New Brunswick moose, and then the ones from Maine are like a little stretched out, and like they're a lot lighter. They're more brown colored, and they don't quite get as hardy, right? But yeah, like those pictures of moose that you see from Newfoundland that are like they're jet black and stuff. They're like New Brunswick moose, like fucking
Didn't
monster.
know that.
And they flourish there, man. Like on the side of the island we're from, when you get up by Gross Morin, they're fucking monstrous. Not Yukon monstrous, but big for sure. Yeah.
Still an animal that makes you go, oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude! Every time we walk up on one, when you shoot, you're just like, Jesus.
I gotta pick this up. I gotta deal with this.
There's a fucking dinosaur, man.
Oh, it's big.
Have either of you taken a moose with a bow?
Not yet. I can't.
We've bow hunted for them.
Yeah,
but we always it was always a rifle thing. Like bow hunting really never took off back home.
Well, the thing is with the bow hunt, like the only reason people were really going out for bow hunting season, because the 2 weeks early, was more so just for scouting. If you happened upon a moose close enough that you could take, you took it.
Bow it.
But like for the most part, it was like, okay, where are they going? What's their habits? Like scouting missions.
We would bow hunt the first 2 weeks of bow hunting season. And then it turns to rifle season after that, and then you've got 4 months of moose hunting with a rifle, and
or
you
bow.
or bow if you want to.
Okay. It's open to both.
Yeah, you can use whatever you want. There's no like bow seasons or anything like that. You just get 2 weeks early on the front end of moose season. So your bow season starts last week in August, and you get the last week in August, first week in September, and then the second week of September, rifle season starts. And the problem with moose hunting back home or bow hunting for moose back home is
temperature.
You have and you have to like strategically pick the area. We call them areas. You guys call them WMUs that you hunt, because like, so an area like Area 4, Taylor's Brook, is very conducive for a bow. It's flat. It's got some elevation changes. It's kind of sparsely populated with trees. Boggy. So you can walk it, right? And you can traverse it. Whereas just across the other side of the highway, Goose Arm, fucking forget it. It's thick alders like this.
Oh man.
It's evergreens. It's cutovers that you'll break your ankles on. You can't get close enough, right?
And
like you would have to be
down, down.
Yeah, with sheer cliffs
everywhere. It's just all up and downs.
The topography, it's so Newfoundland is actually made up of 3 different continents. Like it's part of Europe, part of Greenland, and part of North America. So depending on where you go on the island, you get these just geological changes and different terrains and elevations, and then flat bogs for miles. And it's weird, man. It's weird, but cool at the same time.
Home.
It's home. I'll tell you that.
I have to drive out there.
Oh, you're coming. Oh, we're going. All of us are going.
Yeah.
We just got to figure it
at some point.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Let's hit the next question.
Numero 8.
This one, maybe we'll do closest to
Okay.
According to the Ontario hunting regulations, how many inches wide must a broadhead used for hunting big game or wild turkeys be?
Ooh. How many inches wide
Wide.
is the broadhead for wild
Ready.
game turkeys? One. Okay.
And this is just for turkeys,
No. For big game or
big game or turkeys.
Okay.
just what's the how many inches wide must a broadhead be for hunting?
Okay. Minimum width.
Minimum.
Okay. I have an answer. Ooh.
I like it.
No, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not gonna second guess myself.
Are you
I
sure?
could give you a hint, but
No
wait.
hints.
No,
Because then those fuckers will get it.
all right.
Yeah. Is
How
everybody
big's,
ready?
how big's a field point again?
Dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, I put 1.25 too.
I
Yeah,
got
well-
inch and an eighth.
I said an inch.
I say inch and a quarter.
It's
Inch and a
0.87 inches.
That
This is
isn't
less than
bad.
an inch?
Less than an inch.
Mother.
7/8 of an inch is minimum.
Peyton got that one? Closest to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. Surprising, eh?
That is,
Green
I am
eggs and
actually shocked.
No,
ham.
Peyton's pretty good.
It's like, geez, guys, why you hating on Peyton so
Wow.
bad?
I'm staggered that it's that small. I figured,
That's
I mean,
what
I
she
figured
said.
an inch would be the minimum, but it's
Right.
under an inch.
Yeah,
Wow.
You think about how they come up with these numbers.
Mm.
It would have had to been sort of what was available at the time when they made the regulation.
That's true
Right.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just like the one. Remember the
Peyton
one we had
thinking, huh?
a few shows ago where it was the arrow length. There's only a few actually.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Minimum arrow
the
length.
length of arrow for bear.
Like 23 or what? I can't remember, but
Yeah.
23
I'd
and a
have to
half or
look
something,
back.
right?
I think Dave was like 0.1 off of the thing.
Yeah, it's funny how they come up with those regulations. Because,
There's
I
not
mean,
a lot of most specific ones either. Which is
yeah,
hard.
and because nobody here, if somebody came to any of us and was like, here, use this less than an inch wide broadhead and go shoot a deer, we'd be like, the fuck, man? Are you out of your mind?
for?
We'd be like, get out of here with that
What am I
shit.
doing this for? Like,
Yeah, none of us would
why
take
am I
that
just gonna
broadhead.
hurt him? Like,
Yeah.
No, crazy.
All right, number 9.
All right.
In Ontario, all licensed hunters, including bow hunters, are required to wear hunter's orange while hunting big game during a gun season. What is the one exception to this rule? So when do bow hunters not have to wear orange during the gun season?
Oh, this is a tough question. I gotta take a minute here.
It's hard because it was news to me too. So
When are bow hunters?
when are you allowed to take it off?
When are you allowed to take it off?
During that gun period. What's the one time when you can take it off?
And we're looking for a period in time, not dependent on what you're doing.
he's like, how do I answer this without answering this?
Okay. No, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Okay,
we'll have
repeat
to.
the question though again, please.
Yeah. When are you allowed to not wear hunter orange?
When
During
bow hunting
rifle.
during the gun season.
Let me just take a real close look here. I just want to see how many stumped faces I see
All of them.
while I
All of
walk
them.
away with this point.
Do you know the answer to this, Dave?
Yeah, bro.
Pretty got this.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's real hard to be your friend right now.
I know.
There should be 2, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh yeah, we'll go 2 points on this one.
Oh, look how hungry he is over there. He's already winning, and he just wants more.
Jesus.
Okay, I got to answer.
I'm
but-
gonna say when in the tree.
Yeah, I said
My
when in
man.
the stand.
Yeah, when you're in
Same
the
thing,
stand. when you're in the stand.
Sweet.
Okay.
In tree.
Yeah.
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 You
Is
are
that
all correct.
Oh, sweet. I wasn't sure if you were looking like if there was like a specific like day or something like
I
that.
was like, is it Sundays or is it duck? Or
Yeah.
like...
It should be. It should be like when you're in a ground blind too. You can just tie it onto the top if you had to.
Yeah, I
That's what
feel
I
like
mean,
that would
right?
be legit, right? Cool. Okay,
This-
so you don't have to wear the orange once you're in the
You
tree.
don't have to, no.
Yeah,
Just
once you're
because
in
it's
it
for walking
settles.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
'cause
you're in
deer
it
can't
settled,
climb
you can take it
trees.
off.
But if you get back down, it's got to come back on.
Yeah.
All right. Look
Good
at that.
question.
Just leave it on your pack anyway.
Nice question. Good job.
Good job, boys.
Okay.
I
Number
just
10.
always use my rainfly. I bought a universal rainfly that's orange.
There you
Just
go.
put that over your backpack. You're
That's good.
always
Alright.
good to go.
Yeah.
Not covered from the front though, brother. If you're walking
No,
in and
you
the
just
front
gotta be
hunter's
like
in front of you.
70%,
Good
You
idea.
have something on the front too.
Yeah, you got to be
Oh,
70% covered, don't you, or something?
something like that. Yeah.
What?
I think it's like 400 square inches
Oh,
is the legal
I don't know if
requirement.
I'm 400 square inches.
Yeah, you'll need
So,
a full
It's a
suit,
lot.
in
Yeah.
Newfoundland, you got to wear orange cap.
That's
That's it.
as long as you got something
Just-
orange on you.
So put an orange hat on, boys, and go on about your day, will you?
Holy Hannah. Yeah. How
Well,
big
although
is...
we have had some people get shot.
With the orange on it still, yeah.
Well, so about I think it was like 10 years ago, a lady was down with a guide hunting black bear with her husband and a guide. And
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
they split off, and she ended up shooting her husband and
Oh, jeez.
killed him stone dead, and then
Mm.
never got convicted. They classed it as a hunting accident. Turns out a little while later she was dating the guide. So I don't know if that was planned to shoot that motherfucker or anything like that. Kind of weird. And it's very strange that she never started like openly dating that fella until she was acquitted of all charges.
Did
Yeah.
she ever hunt again after that?
I don't know. I've never heard any stories after that,
Only-
but
If
Only
I was
for
that
guide.
guide, I'd be like, you ain't stepping foot in the woods.
Only for yeah.
I'd never hunt with her again.
No.
Never let her wink at me. That's for sure.
No.
What happened there? How did a thumbs up come on the screen?
I don't
We
know.
got thumbs up? Where?
Josh,
yeah.
a thumbs up just bubbled up on your screen.
Don't worry about
Perhaps.
that. It's just Josh sending me the answers. Sorry.
How does... No, seriously, what was that?
That was
How
weird.
did
I
we
think-
do...
I saw
Brother,
that.
we've already established you have the worst vision of everybody on the podcast, so I think
no,
you're seeing things
no,
now.
Put the glasses
In
back
the
on, Gary.
right over his veins.
I saw
There
it.
was a
I saw it.
circle. Yeah,
you
with
see
like
it, Peyton?
the Instagram thumbs up.
Yeah.
It was a glitch in
You
the
guys
It was like
gotta
in
lay
a
out.
little bubble.
You guys got to lay off the crack, man.
How does that?
Or-
How do
It's
you
getting,
do that shit?
it's like it's getting raw.
Is that in the chat or something?
Perhaps.
I don't know. I didn't
Maybe
even touch the. I didn't
maybe
touch
we're live and we've got an audience going right now and we don't know it.
the-
Whatever.
Do
I hope not.
we have cheering? Where's
I
the
hope
cheering?
I don't know.
Let's we're at question 9, right? Let's get a score update before we
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
Dave is in the lead with 5. Peyton has 4. Peyton has 4. Gary has 2, and CJ has 3.
I don't give a
suck
fuck
at
as
this
long as I
game.
beat you, brother. I'm good.
I suck at this game.
It's just sibling rivalry. I
Pick in
love
this
you.
game.
I really
I
do.
know.
But
Mm.
fuck your shit. You know what I mean? During the game.
Oh. All right. Question number 10.
Ooh.
The largest land animal in North America is the wood bison. We may argue about that later, but I'll keep going. Mature males reach 3.8 meters in length, stand 2 meters high at the shoulder, and can weigh up to 900 kilograms.
Shit.
Saw it with my own eyes. It's true. As of today, what 5 areas in Canada can you find the wood bison?
Is this like provinces?
Areas. So,
There it is.
not necessarily just provinces, but I've already said too much.
Areas.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
this
not-
is North America.
Not like that. Like,
Yeah, this is North America.
Provinces, territories, everything's included. What would be the 5 places you can find them?
Just in Canada, you're asking.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
So name the 5 provinces that you can find bison in, basically. More or less.
Not necessarily just
No.
No. Okay. Territories. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
the whole gambit.
Okay.
Jesus, did he go up there?
Let me see.
Okay.
This is the fucking worst spelling of anybody ever.
Hey, I can mark any fine.
Hang on, I'm stuck on.
I'm lost
This
here.
I've got 4 that I'm real confident in,
Okay.
but it's the last one that I'm. Fuck.
It used to be just 4, but now they're in 5.
Now they're in 5. Okay, I've got answers, but I don't know.
Me too.
Okay, I said Yukon, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Nunavut, Manitoba.
Incorrect.
Fuck,
I
because it's
said-
Northwest Territories, isn't it?
BC,
Hold on.
Yukon, Northwest Territories, Alberta, Saskatchewan.
Incorrect.
Of course.
Because BC's not one. Dave?
Oh, I failed. I put Saskatchewan, BC, Yukon, and Alberta.
No.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't even
Peyton?
I put Yukon, Northwest Territories, BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan.
Has to be the win.
No. The answer is BC, Alberta, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Manitoba.
They're not in
No,
Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan.
The Manitoba sauce cake.
They're not
Why
supposed to
did
be Manitoba either, but somehow they are.
Why did
Weird.
I say Nunavut?
Well, they would have walked up and around, right?
They
Yeah.
can cover a lot of ground, those things.
Oh, they move, yeah, for sure. They are
Well, they're a
giant, too,
herd
you're right.
animal.
You know,
So
I
one-
was like an arm's reach away from them. They're huge.
That'd be a cool hunt with a bow.
Paxton Hunt, didn't he?
Yeah, he
got
did,
Or
yeah.
bison?
Yeah.
That'd be cool as hell.
Yeah.
I want to do a muskox, but you ain't doing that with a bow.
No, you can't get handy enough.
Maybe with an 800 grain arrow.
They hurt
well,
up too
it's
much,
just
too.
the thing is, like, well, no, the muskox, it's not really that they hurt up. It's just they're on the middle of a fucking frozen
pan.
lake or a glacier or whatever, right? Like they can see you coming for days.
Josh Bomar's going to do one for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what is it?
What hasn't he got?
What won't he
But
do?
it's so cold, though, man. I don't know how well your bow would perform. I know bows perform in the cold, but like this is
You know, I've had
Arctic
more.
Circle cold.
I've had more issues just in like -4 to -9 with my release than like this. Just being
Do
in
you
the
use
tree,
release lube?
I clipped it on the tree and then didn't think, and I was like, "Oh, there's a grouse." And like at day 3 of seeing nothing, I'm like, "I'm shooting that grouse." So I shot it.
Yeah.
I went to shoot it, click, nothing, stuck.
Oh,
Nothing. I'm
frozen.
like, oh my god! And then finally it went off.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened the other day when I was shooting that horrible 300 round. It was like freezing up too.
Yeah.
You gotta get some release lube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd
Lube
want
is
to
your
shoot my
friend.
bow in -30.
Nah, I'm good.
Why not?
I
It can't be good for it.
I don't feel like like if the ambient temperature was -30, I don't
The
think.
limb something?
Yeah,
well,
I
that's
think
what I
it
was
would become
thinking.
pretty
Especially
fragile,
like think
right?
about a Matthews or something.
That'd be a good
Pulling
question.
back my bow, man.
Yeah, but
Do
you
they-
have to assume that through the testing and through years and years, like these things have been shot in ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, but
temperatures.
you
Yeah,
look
not
at
-30
-40.
though, Dave, you
You
think?
look at -30,
100%.
-40
Yeah.
Celsius.
They have to
That's
release
like,
some sort
what,
of safety
minus-
standards. You know they freeze those things way, way below.
Yeah, they probably
But
do.
to
I
like
guess.
-55.
Because otherwise they'd be like, you know what, we
minus
can't
60?
sell that. We can't sell this to anyone that's going to Alaska.
Yeah, that's true. Because Alaska does get fucking cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
guess they
Arctic
probably would be
Circle.
So
tested.
it'd be
I'd
the
be
same
curious.
thing. Like it'd be too hot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like in some of those places too. Like
I'm actually
they
curious
test
now
them.
to see what they test them at, like how low the temperature they test them at. See
Well,
if
do you
material
have a
can
deep
come off.
freezer?
Just put my levitate in the deep freeze, then just take it out and see if it shatters. Just like, fucking.
What guys? This will make a great video for YouTube.
I would probably rather an aluminum bow, though. Don't you
Is
think
it-
that'd be tougher than
for the
carbon
cold, yeah.
in the cold?
I would think so. I mean,
I
it'd be
would
colder,
imagine.
but it would
It
be
would
more
suck the
resilient.
hole.
I
Be
think.
warmer to the
Yeah, but I
touch.
think it would
balls
be
to
more
hold.
resilient though
Right.
than
Yeah.
the
Your carbon
carbon.
will be a little warmer to the touch, but
Yeah, but I feel
Yeah.
like it would be like more likely to shatter.
Brittle.
Yeah.
What is everyone shooting for releases?
Oh, I shoot a Noctuit Mini.
The mini, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it fit? Have you held the normal size?
I have. I want one for cold weather hunts. So like now,
Yeah.
I would like to have a regular size because it's I can only get my hand in this with thin gloves on.
Gotcha.
If I had a bulky glove on, I'd never get my hand in there. I'd have to
That's
take
the
it off to
target
shoot.
release right there.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Like I don't mind shooting it in the cold. I mean, you're only shooting once. So it's not that big a deal. You can suffer it for a little while, but it would be nice to have one that fits with a pair of gloves on for sure.
Josh and I are both shooting wise choices.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What are you
Good
shooting now, Payne?
release.
I shoot a Scott Hex. It's like a hybrid hinge.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you liking the Scott? Is it good?
I like Scott. I had a Scott Index. This was my first one.
Me too, yeah.
I've been looking at trying the Apex Core, their thumb button one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave,
That
you're
new
still rolling on that
two-finger.
Rise one, eh?
yeah, I still rocking.
Yeah, it's
the
working
Rise.
out though.
The wolf.
I'm
Nice.
also thinking, like, even for colder weather, that I may even set up a bow just to be able to shoot a wrist release too for those sort of really colds. You know what I mean?
Well,
It
you-
does make
You
sense.
should
'cause
be
you
able
can-
to shoot them the same. You should be able to shoot the same bow like that. No sweat.
as long as
Switch
you
back
have
and
it.
forth.
Yeah, as long as you have your release and everything set up to that same thing, to not fuck up your draw length and your anchor and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Because I can go back and forth with mine.
Yeah.
I always have
I
one in
like
my
to do that every now and then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think
I
one of
just-
Say,
those
Josh?
for real cold weather just makes sense, right? Because
Yeah.
when you can. Not that I ever really wear gloves, especially if I'm in that moment. I'm gonna just slip my hand out of a glove at that point, and
Just get it done, yeah.
yeah.
That's what I.
I
That's what I get worried about with an index with gloves is just being able to set your finger on the trigger.
Yeah.
Still feel it.
Gotta practice that way. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like a
I
thin
usually
pair
have
of gloves and cutting the fingers off, like at the
Yeah.
after that first knuckle.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Josh?
I always have a wrist and release in my bag just in case the
Yeah, that's my backup for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
That's my
backup.
backup too.
Yeah.
Is a wrist.
The only problem I have
My
is the
backup
one
right
that I
there.
bought. The one that I have is it's got it's like a pinch
Double jaws. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it destroys D loops.
Oh yeah,
Really?
for sure.
If you pull the trigger slowly, it opens slowly and it just rips as it goes through.
Oh. So that was one issue I had with the Wise Choice that I had was it fucking chewed D loops up.
Mhm.
Like I was replacing the D loop every 100 arrows.
Oh my god!
It was like you could see it just fraying out every time, like a little
Got
bit
good
more
at
and
tying
more.
D
and more.
loops though.
I got real good at tying D loops fast, real fast. Yeah, that's like the one way I got real good at tying it. Because when I first started tying D loops, man, I was like, "How the fuck does this go on here
Wait a
again? What side
minute.
do I start on?" And like the first knot is easy because you just make a J, but it's the second knot that's hard, and you're like, "Fuck me, man!" Like,
And then it's
Hey, do
reversed.
this again.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Joey
It's
and I
reversed.
would be one way. Our knots would be
Hmm.
one way, and yours would be another.
Yeah, and then you got to cut that fucker off, and oh yeah, because when I did Gary's, I had to. How
Yep.
many times did I try to tie yours, brother, before I remembered that you were lefty and I had to start on the other
Twice.
side? We're all
Wasted like
righties except for Josh and Gary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys
I'm
are lefty.
right-handed, but I'm left-eye dominant, so I have to
Me
shoot
too.
left.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
what's
shoot
that?
right. So, fuck it.
Dave?
Yeah, I'm I'm left eye dominant.
Are you?
You right
Yeah.
anyway?
But you
Yeah.
still shoot right, eh? Yeah,
Hmm.
it's. I think I would be awkward. Like the last time I tried to pull a bow like left-handed, it was real weird looking.
Oh, bro.
Well, and that's the problem I have when I go to a bow shop and they're like, "Oh yeah, but just pull back this ready. It'll be
Oh,
the
yeah.
same."
It's not the
I'm
same.
like, it's not the same. The muscle development that I have on my left side for drawing a bow is going to be very different than the muscle development
Oh,
I have on my right
100%.
side, which
Yeah.
normally holds a bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Honestly,
not gonna,
Gary,
the mechanics aren't going to be the same.
I couldn't pull back either of your bows with my left.
I don't think I could. Not at
No,
70 pounds.
No, because you just.
Oh,
feel
I can pull your guys'
ridiculous.
bows. Don't
Oh,
be
you
bitches.
guys could, yeah.
No, I can't. I don't think I could. I don't think I could pull a left-handed 70-pound bow.
You wouldn't
get
get it
screwed
done.
all the
Hey,
time.
with the
Please,
draw
I'll give it
length,
to you.
the draw length would fuck you, but I mean, you'd be able
Yeah.
to pull. You'd be able to muscle her back for sure.
But I'm like
you guys would pull them on, you'd be like, "Bing! Oh, what's going on?"
I'm uncoordinated on the left side, right? Like trying to throw a ball with your left hand just makes me look ridiculous.
Oh yeah, nothing.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
if
is
you're
going
ever mad, take something with your left hand and throw it as hard as you can. You'll just
Yeah,
laugh it
just
off
look,
after
like,
that.
look how stupid you look throwing that thing.
Yeah.
That's why we always
Yeah.
it's not fair whenever we go into a store to try something new that's come out. It's never there because
Never.
they
Yeah,
don't- they
that is a
stock-
bummer.
like the Hoyt that I bought and then the Prime that I bought. There wasn't one in the store.
Mm.
And it's like, here, pick up this right one and then give us all your money, right? Like you can't try before you buy. So it's not,
And you're not getting
you
a real
don't
feel.
know, if
Unless
you
you
don't
wait
know the
until
day
July.
that they receive their main order for the year, you're not going to get them because
No.
they're long-time customers. They tell when the bows are coming in, and they comes in and they snatches up them lefties right away.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I think Shooter's
then
Choice
you're
is
left-
bringing in a lot of lefties this year, though. They said
They
they're
are
bringing
with
in
their
one
new
of
order,
each
yeah.
platform
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
in a left-handed bow
That's
Yeah.
good.
because
Yeah.
Gary wants to go down and try them all. So I've shot almost all
Almost
the new
all of them
bows
now, you
except
dick
the
face.
PSE.
okay.
That's
And
the only bow I haven't shot.
Is the new Prime in there?
I did shoot the new Prime. Not bad at all. I don't have any complaints. I find Prime pulls pretty easy and shoots nice. I've never actually had an issue with it. I do find it a little strange where the grip is up higher, but that's just something to get used to, I think, just because it's different than every other bow.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think they're great bows and their new ones are real good.
I'm trying to figure out if I'd look handsome with one.
Yeah, of my
I
opinion.
know the one you hate the most.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get there.
It's an
Hoyt-
APA.
I do not like APA, and I wish I did because they're Canadian. But I've shot a couple APAs, and they're like rattle boxes, and they shoot like a bag of bricks.
no way.
Yeah, I wish they made a double limb bow as well instead of those stupid single limbs. I hate them.
You gotta tell Dave to cover his ears, doesn't he? Like the Black Mamba.
I actually liked them for a little bit. I think I liked it because they blow away everyone for speed. Still.
Yeah.
Oh, they're rockets.
Like you're telling me,
Yeah.
you're telling me that none of these fucking bow companies that all lie about their speed are still falling behind a fucking Canadian manufacturer with a single fucking, you know what I mean? Single limb.
Yeah, it's
Split limb who's
Kinda
actually
silly,
getting
right?
And
360.
the only bow company
Yeah.
that are still releasing 100-pound fucking bows.
yeah. No, it's true.
Like
You're not wrong.
APA have got a few tricks up their sleeves, and I just
Yeah.
Matthews and Hoyt and everyone, Bowtech and Prime, still all lying about their fucking numbers.
Yeah, PSE
And
was the
they're still-
closest to their speeds this year.
They were, but they're still not
Mm.
fucking. They're still behind APA.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
100%.
Like
Yeah.
we're talking like a 60-pound APA is still beating a 70-pound top of the line
Yep.
bow.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. Like, tell me there's something that the other manufacturers are missing out on there.
Oh, there definitely is. Either that or they're just doing it because maybe once you break over to that speed that it
Or-
does kind of feel
I
not
don't
great.
Yeah, I don't know how that
No.
thing feels when it goes off in your hands, even at a 60. But I mean, speed is
Imagine
still.
that.
It's,
Dude.
it's
All
not
these
good.
companies, if they could make that arrow, you know what I mean? If they could go 360, then they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? They would love to.
There's a
advertise
balance
that.
too, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
in
is.
the last 2 years, a big thing has been vibration, especially from
Yeah.
Matthews. They've been focusing
Yeah.
so heavy on eliminating vibration, especially
Yeah.
with the phase 4 and those 4 limbs with the
Yeah.
dampener in between.
Yeah.
I think they're just valuing that, right? Like the feel and eliminating vibration and finding like a middle ground
Yeah.
Mhm.
that
I
works
totally
well.
agree.
But I've never shot an APA. I don't know what it feels like.
Hoyt has the best so far because, like I said, I haven't shot the PSE, but Hoyt has the best feeling bow this year.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not. Matthews doesn't make a bad bow. Don't get me wrong. Nobody really makes a bad bow. There's
No.
not really such a thing. But the stark difference from Matthews cam last year, the switch weight to the new switch weight cam, the whatever they're calling it this year, the switch weight X or something. It's way more aggressive, and it's I found, and people I'm sure will disagree with me because I got a couple messages about the podcast that we did about them, and they were like, "Nah, they're fucking great." And I'm like, "Well, maybe, but not for
it's
me."
all opinion, man. It's just
it's
like all opinion.
yeah,
Don't
it's all
click
feel.
somebody's opinion. Yeah.
So to me, a Matthews was always real easy to break over at the start, and then kind of stacked as you drew back.
Would
Right.
build,
Got a little, always smooth, but the heaviness came at the back end.
The end. Yeah.
Hoyts were always heavy up front, and then once you broke them over, they were smooth all the way back to the valley.
Right.
Matthews has switched this year. They're very heavy up front, and then once you break them over, they're smooth all the way back. The problem is they're heavy up front. I'm like to the point where I'm like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like it, and the limb angle where the limbs are so short, they come in so steep, man. Like
There's a lot of curl.
I'm sure it's fine because they obviously tested the shit out of it, but it
And
looks
again, like I said to you before, I think it's a bit of an optical illusion where they have the axle mounts on top of the limbs now, as opposed to running through the limbs.
Yeah, for sure. Riser's super straight, super stable bow. Like sits real up and down, doesn't move much, especially the 33, and they're light bow. Like
yeah,
the Hoyt or the Matthews?
The Matthews, like
is stupid.
Their 29 and a half came in under 4 pounds.
Yeah, I always thought that their whole thing about them being quiet and everything and like dead in the hand was because of the weight, because it always felt like they were top heavy.
Yeah. And they've always been tanky bows, but now they're like even their 33-inch aluminum bow weighs less than the 30-inch Hoyt carbon.
That's why they said they're not going to make a carbon because they'll just make the best aluminum.
Yeah, well, they told MFJJ, they said, we don't think you can make a carbon bow as good as an aluminum bow.
Yeah.
So we're not going to make one.
We just don't.
Why would they at this point? Like,
hey, man,
yeah,
they don't
proved
need to.
that
They
they're
already
successful
have most of the
without
market,
it.
right?
Yeah, they sell more bows than anybody else.
I don't know. Say that about any company. Like, you take the Matthews dollars for marketing and give it to anybody else, and the tables would turn, right?
For sure. But Matthews has got it figured out. And people are, whoever, if you like a Matthews, then you're a Matthews guy, and you usually don't shoot anything else.
Right.
And that's they've got their fan base, and that's fine.
I will say they're like every year Matthews with their advertisement, everything else like that. There's always maybe not this year because I haven't really fell into it with any of the bows, but I always get drawn to a Matthews. Matthews does such a good job of promoting their stuff and everything about it. Like, and their shooters do such a great job that I've always been like, man, I could do a Matthews.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like when I bought my Hoyt, I was going in for either the Helix or the Vertex.
Yeah.
It was either going to be the Hoyt Helix or because those are the two you see on the first and the last page of all the bow hunting magazines.
Yeah, that's right.
They've got all the marketing stuff out right off the bat. And I walk into the store and the guy's like, hey, we've got this new bow. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I'm here for one of these two.
I want one of these.
They had me. I was roped in.
Yeah.
It was either one or the other. Pick them up. What do you think?
Yeah.
And the Hoyt felt better, so I got that one.
Yeah, I feel like Matthews did a real good job, like you say, of creating their fan base, and they do a real good job at marketing. And I think Hoyt really did a good job positioning themselves as like, if you want to be a serious bow hunter, then you shoot a Hoyt. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the feel I get from them. Like if you want to be a legit bow hunter, like if you want to be a Cameron Haynes or one of those guys, we're the elite of the elite.
Bro, Cam
They're no
Haynes is
different than any other.
Cam Haynes is like the worst part of Hoyt for me because I wouldn't be able to pick up a Hoyt because you would want that model that he shoots. Let's be real, because it is the best one. But everyone's going to be like, oh, look at this Cam Haynes wannabe. You know what I mean? That's just the way I see it now.
That is the problem.
One of the reasons I want a Spot Hog, like one of their wrist strap releases, but I also don't want people to be that motherfucker done it because Cam Haynes used one of those. You know what I mean?
I think Dave needs to stop
you
giving a fuck what
be
other people think.
Yeah, you want to be yourself, but I already know there's going to be some fucking troll under a bridge somewhere. That writes just keep hammering or something. I'll be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, isn't it funny how like fuck them. You can buy a PSE Dudley bow.
Oh, bro.
And like no one will bust your nuts at all.
No, fuck no.
But if you buy, yeah, exactly. Well, me too, guilty, right? I've had 3 Dudley bows. But if you buy a Cameron Haynes bow,
oh, bro,
somebody will say,
someone's gonna write keep hammering or something. Did
you run your marathon today, you fuck?
Like, yeah, that's right.
I mean? Like, come on, man.
You know what was crazy was when Dudley switched to PSE and the amount of people that dumped their Hoyts.
Oh yeah,
instantly.
The fact that he switched and had to now shoot a PSE, like, guys, come on, there's nothing wrong with what you had yesterday.
No, it's fine. Hoyt makes a wonderful bow.
What was number 11?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do it for fun. Yeah.
I could do one more point.
Right now, the winner is Dave, and then Peyton, and then CJ, and then Gary.
I don't care. As long as I beat my brother, I'm fine.
Okay, number 11, just for fun. In Ontario, there are a total of 95 wildlife management units. How many wildlife management units are in British Columbia?
Fucking Josh, man.
Yeah.
You know?
All the BC questions.
You said there's 95 in Ontario.
There's 95 in Ontario. How many are in BC?
I like how you led me down a road of like there's 95 WMUs in Ontario, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be an Ontario question, and then you just go, but that's just for reference. How many are in BC?
Yeah.
Ontario is. How many are in BC?
Man,
Ready?
What? You already fucking picked one?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I got.
I don't have the answer, so you just pick a number that sounds reasonable.
Stab in the dark here.
Man,
What do we got?
55.
55. I put 43.
50.
50.
I went 60. Oh, sorry. I'm going 66.
66.
I actually was going to go super low.
I'm thinking it's low, yeah.
Why do you think it's low?
I don't know, but for some reason
because Ontario's so fucking overregulated.
Right.
I think Ontario's really big too, and I think they would use smaller areas than BC, because like Newfoundland, they would have giant, vast areas.
Yeah, I was originally going to go 6, and then I threw an extra 6 on there just to fucking spice it up. You guys went high.
I was actually thinking at first like 22, but I was
really?
Like, yeah.
Because that's
You'll
the number.
Be shocked to hear that there's 225.
What? Whoa!
The province is divided into 9 administrative regions, having a total of 225 wildlife management units for the purpose of effective game management.
That's
because it's all hippies out there. See,
everything's like packed together.
Yeah,
they're smaller areas than
I
ours.
never would have guessed that. You had the highest number.
Crazy, eh? I couldn't believe that. I was like, no way! I gotta write this down.
How many moose management areas are back home, I wonder?
I'm trying to look right now. I'm pulling it up.
Wavelength, huh? Connected.
Give me a second here. There is
like how many areas is there? I think there's like
45 areas. 47 areas, sorry. Yeah. There's 47 management areas on the island.
47.
Yeah, that doesn't include Labrador.
No. Now, and around Deer Lake are some of the biggest ones because Area 7 is massive. Area 8's big.
Deer Lake has
Area
the
4 is big.
7, 5, 4 is all. They're all giants. 12, 13, and 3 are fucking massive as well.
And are
But-
the caribou only in a couple of those, or are they kind of scattered?
Caribou, you only get 2
Yeah.
areas you can hunt them.
2.
No, there's more than 2. Around
thought it
us,
was-
there's only 2.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well,
Yeah, but across the island, I think there's 12 areas altogether. And some are obviously better than others. Like Gaff Topsails is like really good.
Gaff
Buckins-
Topsails and Buckins is
Yeah.
pretty
Right,
much the
they're-
number 1 and 2 on the island, pretty
Yeah,
much.
they're top tier. And then like it used to be Taylor's Brook used to be really good, but now it's a sanctuary.
You can't.
You can't hunt them there anymore. They had a real big. They got decimated pretty hard with
The brainworm.
10 or 15 or 20, 15 or 20 years ago with like a brainworm parasite. So we had to like shut the hunt down because it killed the herds. Even in Labrador, like it really knocked the herds down a lot as well. So it's not like like the heyday of caribou hunting was like when I was a kid. I remember the old man and Pop getting like a lot of tags. And then when I was probably in my like mid 20s when that parasite happened, the brain parasite happened, and it fucking, because I remember the big debate in Labrador was they banned the hunt, and then but they wanted the natives to not hunt them as well. Which is I mean, obviously a touchy subject, right? They did eventually agree because they were like, listen, if you hunt them, like there won't be a fucking herd left for you to hunt in 5 years. So I think they banned it for a while. I think Labrador, certain sections of Labrador are still under the herds are still under protection where you can't hunt them. It's pretty crazy, man.
Wow.
So
They'll come
hopefully
back.
they make a resurgence. I think they should bring some caribou in.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think they should bring some in
From
from.
Ontario, you just can't hunt them.
Yes. Bring in some fresh
how come you
genetic
can't hunt them
material.
in Ontario?
My daughter did a project on the boreal caribou. She's like,
Yeah.
in Ontario. I'm like, no, they're not. She's like, yeah, they are.
Yeah, there's definitely
Dad,
caribou here.
I'm telling you.
Do you know that?
I was like, what? Oh my god.
Yeah, they consider caribou like one species now. Like there used to be woodland boreal, and then like the Europeans call them reindeer. But now if you talk to like any biologist, apparently they would say
It's all caribou.
they're all the same.
Yeah.
They're not different. Even reindeer are the same.
The woodland ones look amazing though.
Hey,
Yes.
oh, bro, we've seen some majestic dudes, man. We were in hunting moose in, when was it, brother? 2010, 2011, something like that.
Later.
And we came in around the corner. We were driving this old woods road, and we came in, and there was a bog there, and like it was just like one of those foggy mornings, and there was this big bastard there with the big white patch on his chest, 2 massive shovels off the front, and just what a rack he had on him, man. And we were like, look at that dude, man. Like every time
Just
he breathed,
living.
the 2 puffs of steam would come out of his nose. You're like,
Awesome.
this is Disney movie
yeah.
shit we got going on here.
Where's the camera?
Bro, it's so bad. Like, it breaks my heart that we kind of came up in a time of like cell phone cameras weren't really like, unless you were like on top of things to take pictures,
Yeah.
like you just get this grainy pixelated nonsense. And I wish I was smart enough to buy like a nice camera back then, because we could have had some epic looking. Just
The only problem,
unreal.
nice camera back then was $8,000.
Well, that's the other problem, right?
Like the camera that I have, the DSLR I have is great. I like it. It was just it was a Nikon that was at Costco. It came in a bundle. It came with 2 lenses.
Oh, nice.
And I bought the mic.
Yeah.
It was like maybe $1,000 or less for all of that. It's not. It's one of the tiny micro ones. It's not a full framed one. I like the size of it. It's great.
Yeah.
But I'm finding now, just having a cell phone clipped to a thing when you're out there is so much.
handy.
The video quality is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's really good, right? We
So
got to
easy
get
with
into
it,
some
right?
expensive cameras for it to be like top tier
Noticeable.
stuff, right? So
And I'm finding I'm doing a lot more with just 1 or 2 cell phone cameras. Like I'll still have the DSLR with me, like in a tree and stuff, but some of the times when I'm walking around, I'll have it on a tripod and it's got a handle, so I kind of move around like
Nice.
that. When it starts to rain and snow, I'm like, am I going to burn another microphone now? And I got to put it away.
yeah, Dave,
So
you look
it's-
tired, old buddy.
Yeah, these early morning gym
Long
things
old
are
days.
kicking me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you. You're gonna
With
be
that
on.
being
You're gonna be
said,
on
we'll,
YouTube looking like that.
Yeah. With that being said, we'll save Dave some face, and
Yeah.
we'll bring this one to a close.
Congratulations.
Everybody,
was-
thanks. Yeah,
what
way to
was
go,
the score?
Dave.
Good job.
Dave
Yeah, well
won.
done. Awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, is that you, Dave, playing that shit?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, man! He's had that queued up the whole episode.
bro.
waiting.
I've been
Waiting.
waiting patiently.
Love it. All right, folks. Thank you very much for listening out. We hope you have a bunch of fun like we do whenever we do these episodes. And join us next time. We're going to try and keep doing these more often because they're a ton of fun. So
Yeah.
thank you and good night.
Love ya.